Movement September 19th, 2016. Russia, and China. Two of these articles should just be videos itself, but I'm just giving you guys a rundown. Russia and U.S., we ain't doing so well together. The other day, Russia, U.S. had tension, at the UN Security Council meeting. Just a little bit. Tension between Russia and U.S. diplomats has spilled over at the United Nations Security Council after Russian officials demand to know whether the United States internationally supported Islamic State, ISIS, militants with airstrikes that hit Syrian government troops. Okay, folks. So Russia's mad because we're in a war for terrorists. We're all linked. All right, China, Russia, United States. We got war on terrorists. But the real news is terrorists was invented, and I did a video. Check it out. One of my first videos that we created terrorists. Russia created terrorists. All right, Russia created North Korea and supplied North Korea back in the day. During the Soviet Union, the Cold War, Russia and the United States. That's why it was the Cold War. We supplied terrorists, and terrorists became what they are today. All right, and they used a lot of false flags. All right, we created ISIS in Syria. All right, since we couldn't go to Syria and bomb Syria straight out, because Russia and China backs Syria, even though he was there slaughtering millions of his people. We supported the terrorists. We supported the people there, and they turned around to create the ISIS group. All right, folks. So this is what the one thing that just happened last week. Russia-U.S. tension spilled over at UN Security Council meeting, and Russia said that we support the Islamic State, ISIS. All right. Now, when you go to Russia-U.S., we had a ceasefire. They said we could operate in Syria if we took out the terrorists. All right. Syrian, when you just type in the news, Syrian military declares end of week-old ceasefire. Syrian military says Russian broke ceasefire over. All right. Russia-U.S. cooperation now appeared dead following Syrian government attacks on rebel-held neighborhoods over the weekend. So Russia's mad because we're firing on Syrian buildings too. All right. China. All right, that's about to enter the world. Global currency supports the Syrian regime. Russia supports the Syrian regime. All right. When stuff was going down in the Middle East and Egypt and Libya, and we were involved, we overthrew those dictatorships, and the corporations came in, and then we overthrew. We want to overthrow the Syrian dictatorship, but Russia, China won't let us because that's where they get all of their oil from. All right, so then we created these terrorists there, just like the Russians create terrorists. Instead of us going, two major powers going to war with each other, we supply these little individual loners, and they become something greater that we both got to fight. But right now, we're on the brink of World War III, folks. So, just at the UN, Russia-U.S. tensions spilled over at UN's Security Council. There's ceasefire because we're not just in Syria to get rid of ISIS. We're also in Syria to get rid of the Syrian regime. China supports the Syrian regime. All right. China, Russia holds, and they just held a naval exercise. All right, in the South China Sea. All right. If you look at the global picture right now, we're on the brinks of World War III. And this is how it's going to be played out, folks. This is how it's going to play out. Russia backs Syria. America, we back our own interests and corporation. So that's the truth. All right, China backs Russia. Russia, China are about to overthrow the dollar bill when China becomes a member of the IMF. Our dollar's falling each day. We're almost at $20 trillion. We owe a lot of money to China. They're the second biggest economy. When they enter the IMF, what do you think they're going to do? That's when China could say, I want my money that you owe me. All right? all our chips, all our electronic devices. We got Samsung, a smartphone, any of that. All those smart devices are made in China. I bet you they all got a chip in there where they could just hit a button and bam, turn us all off without using a North Korean satellite that does go to America once a month that has EMP. Yes, North Korea has a satellite and China has satellites, but North Korea specifically has a satellite that goes always over America once a month that has EMP missiles. They could fire nuclear missiles. China backs North Korea. There's a war in the South China Sea over an island. That's against one of our allies, Japan. But yet Japan is supporting the new currency of the IMF, the SDR. So they're going to drop the dollar bill because our dollar bill is going bankrupt. We're on the brinks of World War III. China, Russia's practicing in the South China Sea against China. We got South Korea. China got North Korea. Russia back Syria regime. So does China back Syria regime. Okay, now this is some breaking news right here. Like I said, this should be a thing all by itself. This should be just a news article all by itself. Russia is to revive the KGB after Putin wins biggest majority. And this is breaking news on September the 19th, 2016. I'll read it. Russia plans effectively to revive the KGB under a massive shakeup of its security forces, a Respect Business Daily has reported. A state security minister, or MGB, would be created from the current Federal Security Service, the FSB. That's what they're called right now. But now they're going to create the KGB again. It's going to be called the MGB. Under the plans, it would be handle all-encompassing power once possessed by the KGB. Remember, people don't realize Russia is still a dictatorship. They can say that they vote and all that stuff. Putin has never left office since he's been elected. Putin used to be the head of the KGB. All right, say there was a terrorist attack and this happened on their mall. Within 1 hour, the situation would be handled. All right, us Americans, we would try to negotiate, make sure no one's died. What Russia would do, or China, they'd just go in, whoever's in there, doesn't matter if you're innocent or not, they're going to kill everyone in there. They move all the bodies and reopen up the mall again. That's how the Russian mind works. All right, they ain't like us where we say, hold on, don't kill no one, and having a negotiation for hours. The KGB will just go in there, doesn't care if there's hostages, important hostages. They just go in there, kill, and whoever dies, dies. It's a casualty of war. That's how Russia thinks. All right, let me read on. Like the much feared KGB would be also oversee the prosecution of the Kremlin critics. All right, that means when it used to be a communist country, if you talk bad about the Kremlin, aka President Putin, in Russia, you could go to jail. They will kill you over it. Now, when they reinstate the KGB, that's known as the MGB, if you talk bad, you ain't got freedom of speech. They're going back to communists, folks. That's what I'm trying to tell you. China's communist. They're becoming on October the 1st. I am one of the IMF's biggest currency, one of the 6 world currency. If you look at the global map, it's already played out. All right, it's already played out. We're about to be a new world order. That's what the end game's all about. The new world order. The one world order. And what's crazy is that everyone that votes for Donald Trump, thinking that he's American, who hacked Hillary Clinton? Russia did. All right? He's part of it. He's the main guy of it. Donald Trump's at the top. Donald Trump also endorses Hillary Clinton. All right? Hillary Clinton backs Donald Trump. But right now, it's like going to McDonald's or Burger King. But you're still eating the same product. Doesn't matter who you vote for. The same thing's going to happen. Okay, folks? You got a war that's about to brew in the South China Sea with Japan, between China and Japan. China's ally, Russia. North Korea. All right? And people are, they can't test nuclear bombs, North Korea. They ain't supposed to have missiles. China's supposed to check them. Does China check them? No. All right? Just like in the Middle East. we want Syria gone. Do we check the terrorists that we want Syria gone? No, we let them run loose. Just like the Russians supports the terrorists. China's terrorists or little guy is North Korea. So if North Korea does something crazy and stupid, they can't say, well, China did it, but yet China backed up North Korea. You get what I'm saying, folks? So we're at the brinks, all right? When China becomes part of the IMF, Russia's dropping it, the whole economy is about to hit the fan, folks. Once they become into power, this is where the New World Order, there's going to be cause a global war, all right? And even if there's not a global war, even after a few months of China being the #1 world economy, without America supporting China, all right, their economy is going to collapse too. We're on the brinks of a new world order. All right, economy collapse, world war, one world order. What's going to happen is all the superpowers will take each other out. It's going to create one world order, folks. All right, and all these articles should be, breaking news itself. Also, a general of the NATO said that Russia could invade within 48 hours Europe. And it would take Europe days to respond back. The European Union is broke. You got BRICS, it's broke. Or you got England that wants to remove itself from the European Union. You got Italy, Greece that fell. You got Kremlin that got invaded by Russia. All right, you got all this stuff happening in the Middle East. You got North Korea testing missiles. You got China testing America in the South China Sea. And then you got Japan trying to get their island back but can't. And all we're doing is sitting back and we're expanding. All right, folks, the reason Rome fell, all right, America is a Roman Empire. The reason Rome fell was because they were the world police. Their army was spread thin. The barbarians came in, outnumbered them in each position, came together, outnumbered them, and invaded Rome, and Rome fell. Same thing with America. We are the world police. We're in the Middle East. We're in the Pacific Ocean. We're in South China. We're in everyone's business, but not in our own business here in America, where our economy's doing bad here, where people ain't got jobs here. All right, folks, where our government is getting more and more like a communist, getting ready for that new world order. All right, folks, I want everyone to please like, share, follow me on Twitter, Facebook. This is the No Face Movement. Movement. Till next time, please like and subscribe.